Welcome everyone. I'm getting ready to go live for 10:30 a.m. yoga in the lounge room. We're just going to start beginner friendly again. I've got a couple of minutes just to wait for people to come in, and I'll just be getting my camera set up right so that hopefully my hands won't be chopped off too much today. I'm going to keep it shorter today, maybe just stay to the 40 minutes to 50-minute class. Yesterday's class went for a really long time, so it was a lot of it's intuitive. So today we'll go probably around 45 minutes, 50 minutes, see how you do. I'm going to do modifications for down dog and upward facing dog. Some people have some shoulder issues going on, so I don't want this to hinder you in any way from practicing. So we might, instead of doing down dogs and up dogs, we can just step back into the posture from standing position versus doing me requiring you to do a down dog, up dog. I will put a space in there for you to do that if you want to do it. So opportunity for you to find your edge with whatever you want to achieve today. So again, we're about to get started now. So here we are. Let's start on the mat. So I have a blanket here just for knees. You can always use a folded up towel as well. I'm going to put it to the side as we start our breathing exercise, pranayama, deep breathing. You can start standing with your feet comfortably hip width apart at the top of your mat and just start to feel the weight in your feet. I like to spread my toes and lift my toes up and down. Rocking my hips forward and back a couple of times, just feeling the movement of the hips. And as I feel my hips moving and the weight coming forward and back in my toes, you can feel the shoulders and you can start to feel the hands down beside the thighs. Good, now gently exhale and bring the chin in towards the throat. Try not to slouch or drop your shoulders forward. Keep the shoulders back. On your inhale, raise your arms up slowly in front of you, stretching up towards the ceiling. Open your mouth and exhale, lower the arms down slowly. And we inhale again through the nose. And again, if you have sinus problems or any congestion, you can inhale through the mouth and exhale through the mouth. Good, inhale again. Inhaling, raising your arms up. And exhaling, lower your arms slowly down towards the floor. Bring your chin in. Inhale again. Big inhale. Reaching up, filling the lungs to your maximum. Exhale, lowering the arms down nice and easy. Chin will tack at the bottom. Inhale again. Big inhale up. Reaching, lifting, stretching up. Exhale, coming down. Good. Inhale up, all the way up, stretching to the ceiling. And then pause at the top. Exhale, lower the arms down. And then this next one, we'll take the arms up. We'll move through the shoulder joint, drop your elbows to the sides, and then hands coming down. Inhale up. And exhale, coming down. Big, nice stretch through the shoulders. Inhale up. And exhale down. Push the air out. Good. Take the arms up again. And elbows going wide. Big open chest. Stretch your arms back. Feel the stretch through the shoulder points. Good. Inhale up. And exhale down. Let's do one more. Big inhale up. And exhale down. Lovely. Good. Relaxing here. Roll your shoulders back a couple of times. Feel the movement through the shoulder movement. And then go forward. Nice. And then we'll do the separate leg stretching a little bit here. Your feet can be to the edges of your mat, toes straight ahead. And then take the arms up overhead. Bend your elbow points nice and low. My hands just hover above my head. And then I'm going to bend to my right. And you're just doing a gentle side bend. You can slide your hips to the left. Push through your feet, your right foot pushing the hips to the left. And then feel it. Nice big stretch through the left shoulder, left rib cage. You can always bring the right hand down and straighten the left arm as you bend to your right. Breathe in and breathe out. Feeling that nice big stretch. Try to lift your chest more and lift your chin. And draw the arm back a little here. Deep inhale, deep long exhale. All right, come back to center. Let the arms come down at your side and take a moment to breathe in the middle and reach the arms back up again. Drop your elbows nice and wide and then bending to the left. Feel that nice open stretch. Squeezing your belly, squeezing your buttocks. As you bend to the left, opening chest and shoulders, chin up. Throat is visible, and then the left hand can come down as your right arm extends. Feel that nice juicy stretch on your right side. Breathing in, breathing out, and this time as I push into my feet, feel the connection to the floor. Maybe bumping the hips, sliding them to the right as you push down through the feet and lengthen through the side body, reaching through the arm. Deep inhale. And deep long exhales. Good. Come back to center. Let your hands touch overhead. Draw your elbow points nice and wide and let the arms extend down. And then coming back to the center at the top of your mat. Feet almost touching, hip width apart, and breathe in and breathe out. Arms come up again, reaching to the top. We'll do a gentle back bend here and then place the hands to the heart center as you lean forward. Bending the knees a little bit here, separating the heels apart, feet a little bit wider as you take your elbow points in front of you and gently stretch the back, the spine. Feel the movement through the hips and the shoulders, just gently floating side to side. If you find yourself getting dizzy in these ones, just take a moment to just allow the dizziness to come away. Sometimes when we do forward folds, all the blood goes rushing to your head. So you may want to take a little break halfway. Put your hands on the top of the thighs while tucking the chin. And this could be a nice forward beginning for you. As you round your back a little bit, squeeze your belly button. And again, just depending on how far you want to fold forward, you can hold your ankle bones. You can wrap your arms around the back of the legs as well. Or happy to hold your elbows in front. Like that elephant trunk for a spine. You can gently rock from side to side, maybe tapping elbow points to the sides of your legs. Good. Let your hands gently drop towards the floor. Bend your knees nice and deep, and it's a slow rounding back up to the top. Squeeze your belly as your legs straighten. Lift your head, lift your chest, and reach the arms up overhead. Give a nice big stretch here. Continue the back bend gently as you push into your feet. Straighten the legs more, squeeze the buttocks, and lift the chest. And again, we're not doing a deep back bend. It's taking our time, opening up the front of our spine. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Let the elbow points go wide to the sides and the hands drop down. And roll the shoulders a couple of times. Good. From here now, arms come up out in front of you. I've got the hands in front. Bend the elbows and open your chest. Feel the shoulders opening. Bend both knees, your feet comfortably hip width apart. Belly button pulling in as your tail lengthens towards the floor. Arms gently reaching back, chest up and open. Breathe in and breathe out. And we're just finding the heat coming into our leg muscles, into our buttocks. Breathing in, breathing out. You can always extend the arms, straightening at the elbows, but try to keep your shoulders relaxed. That's why I like the elbows bent, opening through your chest and collarbones. Deep inhale. And point your nose to the ceiling, breathing in and breathing out. I breathe in through the nose, and I breathe out through the nose. And it sounds a little bit like the ocean or the wind through the trees. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Slowly straighten the legs. Let your arms stretch up. Lean back again. Press the hips slightly forward, squeezing and contracting the buttocks and thighs. Arms float down at your side. Take a moment to breathe in and breathe out. Good. Hands to heart center now. Thumbs are touching the sternum here. We're going to bend the knees and squat down halfway. Take your right foot back behind you at a 45-degree angle. This is a shorter stance. So as a beginner, you can take this shorter stance about 2 to 3 feet long behind you. This right foot, you can take it longer as the ankles start to open and the hamstring and the front leg starts to open. Bend your front knee and place your knee directly over the ankle point, pushing your knee gently to the left. Feel a little bit of weight in your little toe in the front foot. Plug your left big toe into the ground, and then gaze over your right shoulder. Look at your right foot at a 45-degree angle. You're pushing down through the heel eventually. This is a big stretch for your ankle and foot. Plug your big toe down behind you as you bend your front knee. Hands are at the heart center. You're taking a nice, long, deep breath in. You can reach both hands up. Your hands act like a sword. You're reaching up through your fingers. You can separate your hands for balance here. Straighten the front leg as you get a little tired. Maybe bend the front knee again. Reaching up and stretching back. Deep inhale. Deep long exhales. Big open chest. You can take the elbows wide. Open your collarbones and draw the elbow points down. Bring your hands down, palms facing up, thumbs drawing back behind you. Inhale, open through your chest, looking upwards. Exhale, squeeze your belly, squeeze your back leg. Good, we'll do a dynamic movement. Inhale as you straighten your legs, lengthen your arms, stretch. Exhale, bend the front knee, drop your elbow points down. Pull your thumbs back, leaning back. Inhale, pull the belly button in, feel the ribs pulling in at the sides, get tall. And then exhale, drop your shoulders, drop your elbows, draw your thumbs back, lean back a little bit. Squeeze your belly, squeeze your right buttock. Inhale again, reaching to the top, lengthening, exhaling, nice big open chest, thumbs pulling back, breathe in and breathe out. Inhale again, reaching up, stretch, and then exhale, coming back down. Drop your shoulders, elbows in, thumbs pulling back. Good, look forward now. Place your left hand on your left buttock. Reach up with your right hand towards the ceiling. Stretch your body weight forward halfway. Feel the length through your arm. Let the arm hang for a moment, swing it back, and then swing it forward and up. You can see this movement reaching back and pulling forward and up. You can take this right hand and then bring it out to the side, reaching out to the right side of the room. Bend your elbow point, squeeze your shoulder blade in the back. As you pull the elbow point, start to twist through the shoulder line. Right shoulder rolls back, right hip lifts up. This left hand can sit on the top of the thigh, just above the knee, holding your torso on an angle out in front. Right hand to ceiling, reaching and extending. You can always put your elbow on your thigh. Breathe in, breathe out. You can extend the arm as you bend the front knee more. Reaching and breathing. Deep inhale, deep long exhale. Good. Finding that strength, you may want to straighten the leg a little. You might want to come down a little bit deeper. Let your fingers hover off the ground. Breathe in and breathe out. Come up really slowly. Bring both hands to warrior two. Bend the front knee and sit low. Deep inhale, deep long exhale. Take your arms back up overhead. Reach up with your hands towards the ceiling for warrior one. Hands back to the heart center. I'm going to take a gentle lean forward into this front foot. Maybe hop the back foot forward. Separate the feet hip-width apart. Sitting up tall. Find the moment in mountain pose. Breathe in and breathe out. You can squat down halfway again. Reach your arms towards the front at a 45-degree angle. Drop your elbow points, open the chest wide. Keep the knees bent. Your heels are apart and your feet are hip-width apart. Lengthening up. Deep inhale. Deep long exhale. And again, dropping elbows down. Open through the chest. Breathing in. Feeling that nice openness through the heart. Breathing out. You're going to find your legs are really switching on now. Squeeze your belly, squeeze your buttocks more. Maybe you can sit down a little bit more, keeping your chest upright. Breathe in and breathe out. Deep inhale. Exhales. Good. Find that strength in your legs. A little smile on your face, just breathing in, breathing out. Straighten the legs, hands touch. Gently reach back for your back bend, lifting up out of the waist. Deep inhale, deep long exhale. Come back to center, bring your thumbs to your sternum, relax your shoulders down and bend both knees again. Step the left foot back at a 45-degree angle. So a short stance if you want, just 2 feet long, or maybe you're going longer as you bend your front knee, keeping the front knee over the ankle line of your right foot. Feel a good amount of pressure in this right big toe and the right little toe. Left hip is forward as your arms reach up on the inhale, lengthening here, finding that nice deep stretch through the left hip. Push into your left foot, breathe here. Drop your elbow points wide, big open chest, hands coming down, thumbs pulling back. Inhaling and exhaling, leaning back a little bit more. Inhaling, maybe take the arms up, reaching up, straighten through your front leg. As you exhale, bend your front knee, open through the chest, pull your thumbs back. Inhale, reaching up, stretching, exhale, big open chest, thumbs pulling back. Good. Inhale again, reaching up, straighten front leg, exhale. That nice big stretch. Inhale again. Reach up, stretch, lengthening, exhale. Leaning back a little. Pull the thumbs back, fit the shoulder blades squeezing in the back. Bend your front knee a little bit more. Push into your back foot. Find that length. Good. Now put your right hand on your right buttock. Extend your left hand forward. Reaching out, lean your body weight forward a little. Deep inhale, deep long exhale. Let the arm reach back. Let it reach forward. Big inhale, reaching back. Big reaching, good. And then from here, maybe you put your right hand on your thigh as you sit stronger in your legs. Squeeze your buttocks. Take the left hand to the left side of the room, shoulder height. Bend your elbow and pull the elbow and shoulder back. Let the left hip roll back and open. Open through the side. Take the arm back up to the ceiling, reaching here. Maybe you're on your elbow. Breathing in, breathing out. Maybe the arm is straight. Breathing in, breathing out. Maybe you're here. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. Come back to your warrior two. You can straighten this front leg a little bit. Bend the knee, sit strong in your legs. Deep inhale, deep long exhale. Take your left hand forward, square the left hip towards the front, back to your warrior one. Deep inhale, deep long exhale. Look out in front, lift your back heel. It's a hop, maybe stepping up. Feet are about hip width apart. Inhale, arms up, squeeze your buttocks, gentle back bend here. Hands back at the heart center. Now if you want to do forward fold, you can do a forward fold. You can all come down into this forward fold. Those of you who want to do a chaturanga, you can step back with your right foot and your left foot. Come into your plank, and then a slow movement to the ground as you lower yourself down, and then a slow rise and lift through your chest into your upward dog or your half up dog. And then you can go back to your down dog, finding your strength. And then you come back to the top of your mats when you're ready. And we're still in our forward fold as we let the head hang. Inhale, halfway lift, find that length. Exhale and fold. And come up really slowly. Hands in prayer position, back in mountain pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Good. Arms will come up again. Interlace the fingers above your head. You're going to bend your elbows. You can see my fist in the top of the image there. Push your fist towards the wall behind you, kind of stretching the shoulders, feeling the shoulder movement through the upper back, pushing back, squeezing the shoulder blades towards the spine. You can take the hands down, bringing them to the center, then push them back up, squeezing arms in closer to the head as you push the fist towards the wall behind you, just stretching our shoulders. Coming back down. And again, this can be very difficult for people who have shoulder impingement, tight shoulders, so you just do it to where you can do it. Maybe here is where you're going today, just up and down. You can have your elbows squeezing together if you want to just work the top of the shoulders and the pectoral muscles. You can hold them here, just lifting up and down. And as you advance, you will take the hands back up and push the fist back. Good. From here, let the hands come down. Relax your hands beside you and breathe in, breathe out. Clasp your hands behind your back now. Draw open the collarbones, stretching the hands behind you. As a beginner, you may have your elbows bent. It may be very difficult to straighten the arms right now. And you may have the shoulders collapsing forward. So think about bending your elbows. Think about opening your chest while extending back through the elbow points. Maybe the hands squeeze together. You're going to notice one wrist is a little stronger than the other. So try to pull the wrist bones towards each other. Breathing in, squeezing your palms together eventually. Breathing out. Good. Feel that nice deep stretch. Hands going to pull back a little bit more. Relax your hands down beside you. Inhale your arms up again and float your arms out wide to the sides of the room. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Good. From here now, hands in prayer position, right thumbs at the sternum, squat down halfway and take your right foot back at a 45-degree angle again. Bend your front knee and slide this right foot back a couple of inches. As the front knee bends, put it over the top of your left ankle. Push the left knee to the left a little. Arms coming up into warrior one. Lift the chest and hands can separate. Relax your shoulders down. Deep inhale and exhale. Good. Finding our spiral line this morning, we'll take the left hand to the left buttock again. We reach back, opening up this right hip and right shoulder. You can bend your right elbow and place your fingers beside your right ear, lifting your nose towards the ceiling. Pull the belly button in as you squeeze the back leg. And then look forward for a moment, breathing in. Bend your front knee again. Stretch up with your right hand and lean forward halfway. So I have a block that you can put the block, if you have blocks, not required, right? This left hand can come around your back now instead of sitting on your left hip. And then right hand can sit on the block underneath your shoulder line. This front knee stays nice and bent for now. You can also, instead of not having a block, push your right hand against the right calf muscle or the inside of this right knee. Feel the length through the shoulder and the arm as you extend the arm. Keep the front knee bent. Squeeze your belly, squeeze your buttocks. Let the left shoulder roll back and turn your head to the left, maybe sliding this left hand further to your right, feeling the openness through your chest. Breathe in and breathe out. Come back to center, hands in prayer position. Bend your front knee and straighten it a couple of times just to get some movement through that joint. Good. From here again, left hand to left buttock or lower back. Reach your right hand forward to the front and bend the front knee. This right hand can take some pressure on the right thigh. Bring your right shoulder forward, looking to your left. This left hand will come up, reaching up towards the ceiling, feeling the length through the left arm. Deep breath in, deep breath out. You can also take this right elbow and put it on top of the thigh as you round your back a little bit here, tucking your tailbone. And this left hand can continue to rise up. Breathing in, or you're here, breathing out. Come back to center, and then straighten the front leg a little, and then bend the front knee. Good. From here, we'll take a nice big inhale. We'll step up and bring that right foot to meet the left foot. Inhale as your arms come up, stretch back a little. You can do a forward fold. You can do a chaturanga, an upward dog, a downward dog if you like. And then meet me back at the top here. I'm going to be in the forward fold just for a moment, bending the knees as I let my head tuck in. Deep breath in, deep breath out. You feel a lot going on in the left leg. Put a lot of strength into that. Breathe in and breathe out. Good, let's all come up to the top. Inhale, arms up, gentle back bend, reaching back, hands to the heart center. Squat down halfway and step your left foot back. And again, your heel toe that left foot back. Bend your front knee, straighten it a little, bend the knee, and start to feel this knee directly above your right ankle. As you inhale, take the arms back up on the inhale, ready for warrior one once again. Inhale as you lift up, reaching up, stretching through your back leg. Deep inhale, deep long exhale. Good. Right hand to right buttock. Extend your body weight forward. Feel the spiral line starting to come in. My front knee nice and bent. Left hand can rest on the block underneath the shoulder line if you have the block. And this right hand can come behind you, resting on the sacrum, palm towards the ceiling. If the block isn't here, happy to use your left hand, push it into the left leg against the calf muscle or the inside of your knee. Squeeze your belly button and then roll the right shoulder up and back. Deep inhale, deep long exhale. And again, this right hand can start to lengthen all the way up towards the ceiling. And feel the length as you pull the right hip back and bend your front knee. You can always put your hand on the thigh, lifting and reaching, keeping the front knee bent. Breathing in, breathing out. If you want to put your elbow on the thigh, breathing in, breathing out, feeling that deep length. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Wherever you're at, deep breath in, deep breath out. Come back to center, hands in prayer. Slowly extend the front leg again. Bend the front knee and straighten the front leg and bend the front knee. And then from here, lift your back heel and see if you can gently come forward. Feet are about hip width apart. Reach up with your arms again, gentle back bend. And again, if you want another chaturanga, do your forward fold. Step back to your planks. Slow movements to the ground. A slow rise with your chest into your upward dogs. And then back to your down dogs. And you can jump through or walk up to the top of your mats. Breathe in and breathe out. Let the hands come down beside you, palms facing forward, open through your chest. Inhale and exhale. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Arms come up overhead again, reaching up. Clasp your fingers above your head. You can bend your elbows again, bending to your right, feeling that nice side bend. Move your hips to the left. Good. Come back to center, bending to your left. Feel that nice side bend again. And back to center. Good. Let your hands reach up towards the ceiling. Bend your knees and squat down. Feel the chair pose once more. You can bend your elbows, open through your chest. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Finding that nice big opening through ankles, open through your chest. Hands in prayer position, squat down low. Feel the strength of your legs. Feel a couple of bounces here, up and down. Breathing in, breathing out. Then take your right foot back and land it behind you at a 45-degree angle again. This time, we're going to pivot the left toes to the side. We're going to straddle the mat. Make sure the feet are nice and wide, heel toe, both legs nice and wide. Hands can come out to the sides. Take a moment and breathe here. So just feel your feet pointed straight ahead. Sometimes the toes want to go out like this. So bring them forward to the front, slightly pigeon-toed almost. Then bend your knees and squat down a little. Feel it in the ankle points, leaning the weight into the toes. Let your chest come forward, squeeze your belly. Maybe the hands come to the sides of the legs and you slide down real slowly towards the floor. Maybe you grab your ankles, or maybe you're happy holding the shins or resting on the top of the thighs with the knees bent, looking at the floor. The goal here is to try to keep the back as flat as possible. There's a tendency to want to round your back. See if you can pull your chest forward as you bend your knees and pull the shoulders down and back. As you slide down further towards the ground, keeping the back as flat as you can, maybe your chin tucks a little bit as the legs start to straighten. So breathe in and breathe out. Feel that length as you reach down. And then let the head hang, tuck your chin, and look between the legs. And again, if you're getting dizzy here, come up halfway again and breathe for a couple of breaths. Don't feel like you have to stay in the dizziness, especially when you're just getting started at this. Maybe grab your elbows for a little bit if that feels good for you. And let your torso and body stretch towards the floor. Take a look at your feet once again. Maybe you want to go wider apart with the feet as you hold your ankle points. Squeezing your belly, squeezing your buttocks as you come further down towards the ground. Maybe the hands want to go between your legs now, separating the hands nice and wide. Keep the knees a little bit bent. As you tuck your chin, maybe the head touches the floor, maybe it doesn't. It's not a goal, just see where you're at. And then as the legs straighten, press into your hands and press into your feet. You can be closer with your feet if you feel like the legs are a little bit sensitive today. Bend your knees, grab your elbow points a little, heel toe the feet in a little closer. And let gravity open up your spine and your back. Tuck your chin. And again, you can always have a chair in front of you, resting your hands on the chair here, letting your head hang. You can always bend your knees. Rest your head, tuck your chin a little here. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. Pivot the left foot to the front. Take the hands to the ground. Lift your back heel and slide your right knee to the floor for the runner's lunge. For that good stretch in the hip. You can rock back a little bit, straighten out your front leg. We've done this one in the past, so just allowing your knee to gently stretch here. Be careful with this knee as you slowly sit your bottom down on your heel if the knee allows it. Otherwise, you're up here with me, stretching this front leg straight and walking your hands forward more. This will increase the stretch in your leg. Breathe in, breathe out, let your head hang, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. We talked a little bit about breathing yesterday. As we advance in the practice, your breath may go from a 5-second inhale, 5-second exhale to maybe a 10 or a 12-second inhale. So your breath can really bring you into the meditation of a stretch. As you breathe in, you hold the breath for a moment, filling the lungs with air. And as you breathe out, you squeeze your belly, empty your lungs of air, and hold that. Finding these big stretches. You can wiggle the front toes a little bit, breathing in, breathing out. If you're all the way back on your knee, this is where you get to explore a little bit more depth. Let the arms extend forward, let the head drop to the ground. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. We'll slide this left knee back. You're in cat pose on your hands and knees. Hands underneath the shoulder line, knees under hip line. You can tuck your toes under. If you want a little bit more charge here, lift your knees and pull your belly in, round your back to the ceiling. Drop your belly down and lift your tail, eyes looking forward. Round your back and squeeze. You can do all of this on your knees. Round your back, exhale, inhale, lift your head, lift your tail. Exhale and round. Push the air out of your lungs. Good. From here, we'll take our time, lift the hips a little bit here. You can make your way to a standing position once again. Back up to the top of your mats. You can do a nice deep squat here, sit down low, stretch your arms forward and come back up to standing. Reaching up with your arms, breathe in, breathe out, reaching back. Deep inhale, deep long exhales. Bring your hands back into heart center, thumbs to the sternum. Bend both knees and step the left foot back at a 45-degree angle. And again, taking your time, bending the front knee, straightening it, bending and straightening. Good. Finding this nice bend and straighten. And then you're going to turn your right toes to the mat, to the top, to the other side of the mat. You can heel toe your feet wider apart, kind of bumping your heels, edges of your heels out further apart. Bend both knees, squat down a little, maybe go back and forth a couple of times. And then put the hands on the thighs, let the head hang and drop. Maybe that's your pose today. Just allowing your head to drop. I'll face the front. And so as you're here, just feeling your head dropping, then flatten through the back, lift your chest a little bit more, feel the chest rise. I'm going to slide my hands further down the shins, keeping the back as flat as possible. And as you may be holding your ankle points, you can always put your hands on the floor. You can slide your hands between your legs and walk your fingers between the legs as you tuck your chin and let your hips lift. And breathe in, breathe out. Feeling that nice, big, juicy stretch in the legs. And again, you can be grabbing your elbows. You can be holding your shins. You can be up here at any time. You might be getting dizzy, so let your chest lift a little bit more. And breathe in and breathe out. Good, deep breath in, deep breath out. You can drop forward again. See how you go. You can walk your hands through. See how that feels. Maybe bend the knees more. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Good long holds. Come up slowly. We'll pivot the left foot to the front. Sorry, in this case, it's your right foot to the front. I'm going to just switch out so I'm with you all. And then we do the lunge on this side. Right knee is nice and bent. Hands underneath the shoulder line. Feeling that good hip stretch on the left side. Breathe in, breathe out, feeling that deep release. And then we can move our way back very gently, walking your hands back. This front leg will start to straighten, maybe lift the toes a little bit. Wiggle the toes, breathing in, breathing out. Maybe this is where as far as we go with the hip because the knees are a little sensitive. So you stay up tall and walk your hands forward. Let your head bow forward. Maybe the knee feels okay to go back. And sit your bottom towards the heel. Very gently here, right leg nice and straight. Walking your hands forward, letting the head move towards the floor. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathing in, breathing out. Wherever we're at, right? Maybe that was too much and you want to come out of it a little. So the stretch here. Breathing in, wiggle the front toes, breathing out. Good, and then we slide the right leg back. We're on both knees again for cat. Hands under shoulder line, round your back again as you exhale. Inhale as you lower your belly, lift your tail, push your chest forward. And again, you can make this as strong as you like, lifting the knees a couple of inches off the ground. Round your back as you tuck your chin, lower your belly as you lift your head. And then as you exhale, round your back, squeeze your belly. Imagine you're squeezing a ball between your knees. Inhale as you lift your head, lift your tail. Hands on the ground. Take a moment. We'll all stay here for now. Stretching your hips gently back towards your heels. Your arms can extend to the top of your mat. Spread your fingers out nice and wide and feel the length through the shoulder line. I can feel each of my fingertips pressing into the floor. So push finger, ring finger, middle finger, index finger, and thumb. Feel them connected to the floor. The wrists can lift a little bit like you're pushing into keys on a piano. Let the wrist lift and then soften the wrist down. Keep the connection to the floor with your fingers. Your head relaxes forward, forehead on the ground or hanging towards the ground. And then take a nice long deep breath. Keep connection with your 10 fingers pressing down. Feel each of the fingertips connecting to the floor. And then deep breath in, deep breath out. So the ribs starting to open up. Maybe your bottom is able to go back further towards your heels. Maybe you can't get there today because the knees are a little tight. So separate your knees a little wider apart and let the hips just go where they can. And walk your hands further forward more if you want a deep stretch through the shoulders. And again, mindful of those with tight shoulders or impingement on your shoulders, you may want to bend your elbows, lightly clasp the grip, and let your head hang forward here, taking pressure out of the shoulder joint and just working the stretch in your hip. Breathe in and breathe out. Slow rounding through your back as you pull up. Walk your knees forward, taking them underneath the hip line, around your back, push into your hands. Feel the length through the back and the shoulders. Slowly rounding up, slide your hands to your thighs, reach your arms up overhead, stretching above your head. Squeeze your bottom and press your hips gently forward. Press into the tops of your feet. As your hips go forward, your chest lifts. You can bend your elbows out to the side, very similar to what we did standing, but now we're on our knees. Elbow points pulling down, chest rolling back. Breathe in and breathe out. Hands come to the floor. Put your hands down on the ground. Pull the knees towards each other. Round through your back and pull your head towards the ground and the knees. I've got weight in my hands and I'm rounding my back. I'm tucking my chin and there's hardly any weight in my head. Then sit your bottom down on the ground or on your heels. Breathe in, breathe out. Put the hands back on the floor. Lift your bottom up off the heels a little. Push down into the ground as you round your back again. Maybe the head touches the floor a little. Maybe it doesn't. Stretch your back. Come back down with your buttocks. Inhale, lift your head. Breathing in, breathing out. One more. Lean forward again. My hands come up to the knee level. Rounding the back. Tuck the chin. Pull the chin in a little as I round the upper back. Keep the feet on the ground. And then sit the bottom down as you come back up. So you don't want a lot of compression in your neck at all. Hardly any weight in the head. Let your legs extend out in front. And feel the stretch here. This is where, at this point, so you can lay back down on your back, relaxing here. And find your Shavasana here. For those of you who need to head off, this is the end for you. This is your final Shavasana. We can do 15 more minutes for those of you who want to stay a little longer, making this the hour class. Breathe in and breathe out. Take your time as you breathe in and let your toes and shoulders relax. Let your palms be face upward and just feel the connection to your body and the floor. This is the mini Shavasana. Breathing in, breathing out. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Good. And then from here, we're going to bend up both knees for a bridge pose setup. You separate your feet about pulling the heels close to your buttocks. You just walk your heels in a little bit. You can lift your bottom off the floor to do this, and then sit your buttocks back down. Put your hands on the floor, right beside your feet or beside your hips. You're going to push into the floor with your hands, and then gently pull your knees towards each other. You don't want the knees flaring open, and gently pull the knees in a little. Not too tight together, just slightly apart. Then lift your bottom up off the floor. It doesn't have to be high at all to feel this stretch. I'm pushing into my feet. I'm sliding the weight forward slightly into my toes a little bit. And then I'm going to squeeze my buttocks and press my hips a little higher. This will increase the stretch in the front of your thighs, from your knees to your hips. Push into your hands. This is going to really stretch open the arms. You can feel your triceps in the back of the arms. You can feel nice pressure between your shoulder blades as you puff your chest towards the ceiling. Point your nose directly to the ceiling. Try not to over tuck your chin here. You want to feel the natural curve in your neck. And the back of the neck is off the floor, not flattening down. You can lower your hips a little. Hover the hips away from the ground, squeezing your belly button in, letting the rib cage open up. Take another big inhale and press your hips slowly upwards. As you pull the knees in a little, squeeze your bottom, push into your hands and breathe here for a moment. Deep inhale, deep long exhale. Pull the belly button in. Feel gentle pressure in your toes. Feel some nice pressure in your hands. And those who want to or who can, you may want to bend at your elbow points, interlace your fingers, and then open your chest cavity as you straighten the arms out underneath you, squeezing palms together, keeping your fists on the floor, and gently guiding the hips up a little bit more. Gently pushing into your feet. Let your chest open up. Breathing in, breathing out. When we exhale, squeeze your belly button. Squeeze your inner thighs a little. Knees pulling in slightly. Then we bend the elbows. We release the hand grip. Slide the hands out from under us. And then let your bottom gently come down towards the floor. You're going to take your heels up off the ground for a moment, lifting your knees towards your chest. Maybe pulling gently on the knees. Not a big pull, just a gentle stretch, feeling your lower back flatten out towards the ground. You can lift your head up off the floor, maybe hold the fingers around the shin bones, or clasp your elbows with your fingertips. This is a bigger squeeze, just see how you go. You can relax your head and your shoulders back towards the ground while gently holding the knees towards your chest. You can tuck your chin slightly here now, nose pointed to the ceiling. Let your knees relax away from your chest. Put your feet back on the floor. Let your hands, palms face up and straighten the left leg out. Next is opening through this right hip. We're going to take this right foot and we're going to take the toes to the top of the left foot. This is a very tactile rub. So with your right toes, you stroke the right toes across the top of your left foot. And you keep stroking those toes up your shin bone, to your knee, maybe pausing at the knee. Maybe that's as high as you're going today. Then you run back down to your toes again. Yeah. Then you stroke on the inside arch of your right foot, and you touch on the inside of your ankle bone here, on the inside of that left foot. You run up the inside of your calf muscle to the inside of the knee. This time your right knee is out to the side as you squeeze your right buttock. And you just slowly go back down the inside of this left leg, touching your ankle point, squeezing this right buttock, and slide back up the inside of your leg again. Keep your right knee to the right and turn your head to the left now. You can also take your right hand above you as you slide this right leg down again, stroking the arch of your foot with your right toes. Pull the toes back up to the inside of this left leg. Squeeze your right buttock with your right knee opening to the right. Do that 2 more times. Up and down. Squeezing the toes along the inside of your legs. Squeeze your right buttock. Up and down. Feeling that nice big stretch. Good, then put this right foot on the floor. Slide your foot out. Let your right arm come down beside you, and you may feel a difference all the way down the right side of your body, from the right shoulder, right rib cage, right hip, right buttock, right thigh. Your right toes may be slightly more turned out than the left foot. Just noticing the difference here. Okay, so now we bend up this left knee, and with the left toes, we stroke the top of the right foot with the left toes. So you go up the shin bone to the knee, feel the thigh. Maybe you're at the top of the thigh, maybe you're just at below the knee. Just stroking up and down the top of that foot. Do that a couple of times. I think I did it once on the other side. Stroking up and down, just on the shin bone to the top of the foot. Good, now stroke on the inside of this right foot. Feel the arch. Run along your calf muscle with your left toes. Run on the inside of this left knee. And now squeeze your left buttock as you open the left knee. You want to keep your right buttock on the floor. And then you run back down the inside of this right foot. Stroking gently. You slide the knee up and out to the left. Slide the foot down your leg. Feel that connection with your toes. It's actually a neural pathways are opening up as we do this. Squeeze your left leg, left buttock, and let the left leg go down. Good. Slide the left knee up. This time you can take your left arm above your head. Turn your head to the right. And reaching through this left hand, stretching down, pulling up, opening up that left hip, squeeze your left buttock, sliding back down, feeling the connection to your body with your toes, squeeze your left buttock. Good, and then coming back down, let your feet relax, slide your feet apart, let your left hand relax back down. Head back in the center, breathing in, breathing out. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Feeling your whole body. Both hips should feel nice and open. Your SI joint just got a good squeeze. The buttocks are nice and relaxed now. Good. We'll bend up both knees, turn your toes and knees towards the ceiling. And then take your right foot and place it on your left thigh. You can do a nice little stretch here, opening up the hip as you gently rock from side to side. Good, now you can put your left foot on the ground, like the bridge pose set up, like we did before. This right foot can stay just at the edge of your left knee. Put both hands on the ground and lightly press your hips up. Now keep your hip bones level as you squeeze your right buttock, press your right knee towards the floor. Try not to collapse or drop your hip to do this. Keep both hip bones even. Sometimes you have to touch your hip bones for that. Squeeze your right buttock as you open the hip to the right. You can let your bottom come back down. Keep the knee pressing open. You can lift the left foot back up, stretch the hip a little bit more here. Use that nice rocking motion again. Good, and then place the right foot on the ground. You're back in the bridge pose on the other side. Left foot comes up, hang the foot over the edge. Make some circles here. Change direction. And then lift your right foot up, hold the knee as you pull the left knee towards the chest. Feeling that good stretch, maybe rocking a couple of times. Breathing in, breathing out. And then placing the right foot back down, as close to the buttocks if you can. And gently lift your hips up and squeeze the left buttock. Feel both hip bones are opening. Feeling that stretch. Squeeze the left buttock as the left knee tries to push down. Maybe hands are on the ground. Maybe hands are keeping your hips level. Making sure that that left hip hasn't dropped below the height of the right hip. Squeeze your bottom. Open the hip more. Squeeze. Then as you lower back down, keep that knee nice and open. Pushing the knee gently away from your body as you slide this right leg in closer towards you. You can always clasp your hands at the back of the leg if you want a deeper stretch. We're happy to hold your foot. And rock. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. And then we gently place the right foot to the ground, the left foot to the ground, keeping your feet hip width apart. Squeeze your bottom and lift your hips up off the floor again, stretching both arms this time above your head, feeling that nice big stretch. Let your buttocks float back down to the floor and then separate your feet a good mat width apart, nice and wide if you've got longer legs than me. My feet are way apart. You're going to drop the right knee to the ground, let the left knee drop to the left. Maybe slide this left foot on top of the right knee. Keep your arms stretching above your head. Squeeze your right buttock as the right knee slowly extends towards the floor. Don't force the knee though. Squeeze the buttock. Come back to center. Take the left foot off the right knee. Lift the knee back up. Drop the left knee down. Place your right foot on top of the left knee. Stretching your arms way above your head as you lengthen your torso again. Deep inhale, deep long exhale. Feel that wonderful stretch through the torso, also down into the hip and to the knee. And then come back to center. Let your legs gently soften here. Taking a pick at the time, or right on time. Let your legs stretch. Palms are facing upwards. Turn your head to the left and to the right. Feel your whole body here. You are in your final Shavasana. I'm going to take a moment to chat with you while you're here. So as you're in your final Shavasana, let your legs relax out, have your palms facing up, and maybe turn the head to the right and to the left. Let your head move from side to side. And then start to feel your feet. You can turn your toes in and out. You can move your hands in and out. Just gently rotating head, hands, and feet. And then find a comfortable place in the middle where your hands can be palms to the ceiling. Feet can be relaxing out, whether they're turned out or turned in, whatever feels good. Some people like to even cross their legs at this point. Whatever feels safe and comfortable for you. I like legs apart, palms out, but that's me. So find what feels comfortable for you. And then breathe in and breathe out. I'm going to relax through the shoulders. Take a nice deep breath in. And then on your exhale, let your body soften here. Another deep breath in. And another deep breath out. Feel the whole body relaxing on the floor. Your entire system, from your toes to your nose, just had a wonderful stretch. We compressed our organs, we squeezed our muscles. Now just let the breath come in and go out. It's like that gentle tide coming into the shoreline. Let the tide come in as you breathe in, and let the tide go out as you breathe out. Everything is settling back into its place. And just allow your body to relax and enjoy the settling down. Sometimes I like to relate this practice like you've just had a snow globe, and the practice was we're shaking the snow globe the whole time. And now we've put the snow globe down and we let the snowflakes fall to the bottom of the snow globe. It's a bit like how our body's feeling right now. Let everything just settle down like snowflakes coming to the ground. Let the tension, let the emotion, let the breath, let the muscles, let the internal organs, let everything settle, settling down, down, down into the ground. All the parts of the body, everything settling, everything relaxing, everything resting down, down into the ground. Your whole body relaxing down, down, down. You can wiggle your fingers and toes and make your way to a comfortable seated position. Once you're in your comfortable seat, start rubbing your hands together. Take your time, no rush. As you rub your hands together, we do our final blessing for our body. Then lightly put your hands over your eyes, take a big inhale. And then when you exhale, touch over your head. And then touch the back of your neck. Move my head up and down a little. Touch your throat. Give your shoulders a nice squeeze and your arms. Touch your chest again. And your lungs and your belly. Over your hip bones, lean forward gently. Run your hands down your back. Feel your buttocks, your knees, your shins, your feet. Feel your blessed feet and touch the earth. Take a nice deep breath here as we thank the earth as always for the abundance that we have. May our children's children's children share in this abundance. Let's keep this earth beautiful. Let's give back in the ways that we can give back. Place the hands to the heart, 3 ohms to finish. Take a big inhale. Namaste. Peace to you all. Have a beautiful day today. Enjoy the beauty of your day. Eat nourishing foods. Keep yourself well. Drink lots of water. And I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. 10:30 every day. Except Fridays, I do 10 a.m. Friday. So 10:30 every day. And I'm working on an evening class later on, maybe around 5:30 p.m., 6 p.m. I'll announce that when I start doing that one. Okay, all the best. Oh, please subscribe and please send this to family and friends that need it. We did an hour today, and good on you for meeting me at the mat. Every bit counts, right? Take care. Bye.